Let's cover the best strategy to launch a new course, okay? So here's the best strategy if you don't have a following at all. Now, obviously, this shouldn't really be any of you because if you're making $1,000 a month at least consistently, then you should at least have a following on Udemy, as well as potentially you've explored morphing some of those followers over to like an email list or another platform like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or whatever. So you should obviously have a following at this point of some kind. But in case, we'll cover this anyway, okay? If you don't have a following at all, you want to give coupon codes to your friends, okay? You want to give coupon codes to your family. You want to give coupon codes to the peers or associates that obviously owe you favors, right? Literally anyone that you can think of. Cash in all your favors for those people. Ask your friends, ask your family to enroll in your course and watch the videos, even if they don't actually, and I'm not necessarily suggesting this, right? But even if they don't actually, want to physically sit down and watch and pay attention to the course on loud, at least have them enroll, cash in a favor, pay the $9.99 or whatever, obviously, and then cash in a favor and have them at least play the course muted and then rate you well, okay? Now, you can obviously do that easily with friends and family members. Now, it might be a little bit more tricky with peers and associates that obviously owe you favors or other people like that. And ideally, obviously, these would be paid coupon codes for $9.99, which is obviously the cheapest discount for a free course when you actually, or the cheapest discount for a new course that you can have. That shouldn't say free. But then obviously, if you're not comfortable with that, although I'd recommend, giving $9.99 because that's going to help rank your course faster and better, then obviously you can give free coupon codes to friends and family. So if you're not comfortable asking a friend to pay $9.99 for your course, then you can give them a free coupon code. It's going to have obviously a lower effect, but it will help rank it a little bit if they watch through it and they rate you well as well, okay? Now, if you can't find any or enough people to give paid coupon codes away to, then and only then should you link drop free coupon codes in Facebook groups, okay? So let me cover specifically what this is, and you should not really be doing this at all unless you obviously don't have a following at all. So I'm barely in any of these groups anymore because I used to do this a lot, and obviously this is like an old one. But for example, like Udemy Coupons 2016, Udemy and Skillshare free courses, online course discount coupon codes. Where's like another good one? Free Udemy courses and coupons, right? And so what you can do is you can go to groups on Facebook, and I'm going to show you how to do this here in a second, but like you search like Udemy free coupons or something like that, like free Udemy courses, stuff like that. You're going to see like hundreds of courses pop up that you can join, okay? So let's go to groups, or not courses, excuse me, groups, right? And you want to literally join all of these. Now, little caveats here is you can join them from a Facebook page, or if you have one, or you can join them from your personal profile, okay? When I first started and I was doing this without like any following, I wasn't necessarily comfortable joining public ones, knowing that if I posted from my personal profile, my friends would all see that as well, right? So what I did is I joined with my personal profile and I joined only private groups. So when you join a private group, only the people in that private group can see it, right? So private group right here, let's find like a public one. That's a private one. That's a private one. That's a public one right there, right? So if I joined this and I posted in it, everybody on my friends list would also see that in their feed. But if I joined a private one from my personal profile, then obviously only the people in this group would see, right? Another way you can get around that if you're not comfortable is just join it from your Facebook page. So if we go to this one, and I'm obviously in this one already, but you'll see here, like you'll see this little, and this isn't necessarily going to be here depending on if you're on mobile or if depending on if you're like in a new updated version of Facebook. But if you have a Facebook page associated with your profile, right, then you can click this down arrow. And right now you'll see like Brian Garrett is my Brian Garrett is my business page. And Brian Garrett right here is my personal page. So, or my personal profile. So I'm joined as my business right now. Anything I post in here is going to be from my business Facebook page, right? Not my actual personal profile. And so if I join this from Brian Guerra, you'll see I'm probably not even in this group. Oh, I am still in this group. That's funny. So I am in this group from both of these people. But obviously if I wanted to post, and this is something that I'm going to show you in a second, if you actually post in these groups from your Facebook page, then when people actually go through and like them, you can click on the likes and invite people to like your Facebook page. So that's a really cool way to also grow your Facebook page. But I'm going to show you other innovative strategies in another lecture where you can literally buy Facebook like page people and Facebook likes, not like illegally. These are actually real people by running targeted ads super cheap. We're talking like a cent for a like and even less sometimes. So you don't have to worry about that. But I just wanted to kind of cover this as like methods in case you do want to do that. But then obviously once you join, you're going to drop your free links in these with a little bit of good copy. I'm not going to cover this too much because genuinely, like I don't think any of you should really be doing this if you have somewhat of a following already. But just know that all of these groups are here if you want to drop links in them. Like this is one from a while ago, right? Like look, learn to, and this is not an example of good copy, but like learn how to rank videos on YouTube today for free discount link today only. And obviously this isn't going to be a free link anymore because it's expired, but you get the picture. Here's another one. Enroll in the complete Skillshare Instructor Mastermind today for free. And this is obviously a while ago. And learn how to make passive income by uploading videos to this platform just like I do. 2 likes. And obviously I did this for my Facebook page so I can go ahead and invite these people. See, I've already invited that person. Just trying to find another one. That person already follows me. But you get the picture. Like if you click on the likes, and obviously this group isn't very interactive, but like if I click on the likes, you can usually invite the person right here if that's your Facebook page, okay? So that's one tip right there. You can Facebook link drop from there. Now, from the back end of your business manager, right? So if you're in like business.facebook.com, because obviously you can manage your Facebook page from the actual facebook.com platform. So if I go to like, here, actually, I'm on my page right here. I can manage my Facebook page here, and I can find groups over here, I believe somewhere, although I don't usually do it from here. Oh, you have to actually go in and then, like I showed you before, you have to go to Facebook and then groups and then click like the down arrow like I just showed you from the actual facebook.com, like, platform. But the easier way, honestly, is just go business.facebook.com, which you should have already done if you set up your group. And this is how you can log in with your Facebook page from the back end so that you get like a lot more control. And then you can just go to groups and you can see the groups that you've joined. This might take a little bit to load because I have a lot of kind of stuff here and I tend to run ads. There's like a lot of data associated with my business manager. But like typically this would load. There we go. You can see all the groups that I'm joined, right? Like in all the groups that I've joined specifically from my Facebook page and just how many like free Udemy coupons and stuff that there are here, okay? So you can link drop in, in YouTube, like free Udemy groups. And you can also link drop in like targeted specific groups around your niche, right? So like if I had an email marketing course and there was like an email marketing group, I could join that email marketing group and link drop there. So that's another little caveat, another little tip. But like I said, the majority of you won't be doing that because you already have a following and then you're obviously throwing this method out, okay? Now, you can also do this every once in a while for your courses if you want to link drop. If you want to do this every once in a while for like older courses that might need a little push. But again, be very careful with this once you have a following or any success on Udemy of any kind, because there's honestly a lot of drawbacks to free coupon codes. Yes, you're going to get a lot of students into your course, and that does help rank your course, but there's a lot of other drawbacks like negative ratings that come along with that, bad watch time metrics per student because those people aren't going to watch through. And this is covered a lot in depth in other lectures. I feel like there's like 2 other lectures in this module specifically on Udemy that I cover that in depth. So just understand there's benefits and drawbacks to that. And if you have a following, you do not want to do this at all, right? Don't link drop at all, or don't, free link drop on these, in these groups. And also don't link drop like paid coupons because like the conversion rate isn't really worth your time in my opinion. I've tried it before and barely anybody buys. Now, if you do have a following of any kind, okay, and we've already talked about, or we will talk about in a future lecture in this section, about ways that you can build a community, so obviously that's crucial. You don't just want to rely solely on Udemy Promotions because obviously Udemy limits you to 2 promotions per course a month, right? But also you don't know who those people actually are. You only get access through them through the Udemy platform. Now, you obviously want to use Udemy Promotions. They're probably one of the strongest and best ways that you can, promote to students. These will be great ways to get sales from past students, obviously, and you definitely should be doing that. You should probably already know that, obviously. And honestly, it's one of the best ways to launch a course. Get a few dozen or get a few hundred paid sales, and obviously that will really rank it. I just did this with one of my business marketing or my business consulting courses. And so You should also not just rely on Udemy Promotions, though. You should use Udemy Promotions. That definitely should be your launch strategy and also a strategy to get sales in future months on other past courses. Always use your 2 Udemy Promotions per course every month, okay? And space them out like well, right? You don't want to hit the list like 2 days in a row. But you should also run promos to like your other community places, right? Like your Facebook group, your Facebook page, your email list, obviously like off Udemy. I have several email lists. I'm going to show you an example of one that I sent to my email list here in a second. And obviously, people that know you and like your courses already, you should be capturing these people on other places, right? That might be Instagram, that might be, a Facebook group or a Facebook page, on an email list or on YouTube. And you can also use the YouTube community tab as well. So really briefly, let me just to show you, like, I'm not just saying this, I actually do this. This is recent, right? I literally just promoted to my Facebook page a brand new course that I launched, and same overall strategy that we're going to cover in a later or a past lecture. I'm not sure specifically where this lecture is going to be positioned on the actual week, right? But like, we will cover a promotional strategy, and I didn't space this out. I forgot to put little spaces in between these paragraphs, so it doesn't look as good, but generally I do that. But then, like, you can see, like, this got out to 160 people, which isn't the best reach. Also, something we'll talk about is why you want to, create a group, because you'll get a lot more organic reach with the group posts than you will with a Facebook page. And Facebook has literally killed the organic reach on most posts on a Facebook page. But for whatever reason, a Facebook group gets a lot of organic reach still. So that's why I also recommend creating a Facebook page, right? But you can see an example of a promotion I literally just launched to my Facebook page. An example of for my Facebook course a while back, how I promoted to my Facebook, like this Facebook course, to my email list on Wix. As you can see right here, this is like just the open promotion. And then obviously I have other email lists as well. I also use Aweber. I use Teachable for like my reselling students as well. And you can also see, like, I posted this on the community tab. Once you have, I think it's 1,000 subscribers, but it might be 10,000. I'm not sure. They change that frequently, so look into it. But once you have a certain amount of subscribers, you can also get a community tab where you can post on your YouTube community as well. And you'll see 7 people like this, so obviously it got out to some people, and again, the promotion. So that's also a great strategy that you can obviously use to promote to your community and the people that, have already demonstrated proponents to follow you. They know, like, and trust you, and they clearly are interested and know that you have courses, right? And instead of giving free codes away, like we covered before, like with the link dropping, here you want to do paid codes, right? All those promotions that I just showed you were paid codes, because those people are clearly, they followed you and they know that you have other courses. Chances are a lot of them that will see it are people that have purchased courses in the past, right? And also giving paid codes away, even if they're like relatively cheap on like a launch discount, your course will rank a lot better, a lot faster, getting paid sales in there and paid students, and you'll obviously make a lot more money. You won't make any money, right initially if you drop free links. The whole goal, that used to be a good strategy to get like a bunch of students into a course initially and then let like the organic sales take over. It doesn't really work that way anymore. So right from the get-go, especially if you have a following of any kind, promote paid codes, okay? And that can be $9.99, that can be like $15.99. And we'll talk about other strategies of like how I use like split promotions and like, urgency to actually sell in another specific lecture. I give you my entire formula for that and how you can also utilize it, okay? The only time that it's actually smart to give free coupon codes away will not be the majority of you, but it's really when you have no students at all and you're just starting, because that's your only method, or in specific strategic situations to give specific courses a little push. But again, that's not going to be the majority of you, and you rarely should use them. So that's basically the best strategy to launch a new course. If you obviously don't have a following, which should not be any of you, but if you do have a following, you want to promote paid codes to the people on your promotions list, obviously from Udemy, as well as the people that you've built up community-wise on your Facebook page, Instagram, Facebook group, email list, etc.